in the same good deed. Because sometimes you can go for the masjid, you can go for a congregation, but you go for the sake of performing prayers in congregation. You go over there because you may listen to a lecture. You may go over there because you will meet a brother. You may go over there also because you are waiting for the next prayer and it is rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seeking the forgiveness of the angels. So making a charity, it is because not only doing a charity for a poor, he is a kith and kin for you, he is a relative for you, he is a neighbor. He's, for example, somebody that you love. You will incline his heart to Islam. Yeah. You have different intentions for the same good deed. That's why it needs knowledge. Yeah. So it relies on the grade of the sincerity of your heart regarding sincerity and the grade of the multiple intentions that you combine for the same deed. That's why the Sahaba, Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim, used to be called good businessmen. Because they had lucrative deals with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right. They had one deed and they had millions of good deeds. Millions of intentions that they combine for the same good deed.
But Sheikh, what if the deed or the work that I normally do in my life, while doing it in many days or proceed one deed or one good deed preceded by one another deed, and the work is became normal for me. What if I forget to renew my intention to this work because I used or it became to me as usual?
As a habit.
Yes,
as a habit.
Yes.
So in this case, the scholar said, this is a legal ruling regarding if the basic intention that I have for a deed is good and righteous, and in the process, in the course of a deed, I have a passing thought, a whispering of the shaitan, deviating me from the path. For example, I was acting in a charity, and the shaitan insinuated in my heart, oh, you will be seen by the people. But you control your intention, and you could drive this whispering away. Yeah. If you could drive all those whisperings and insinuations of the shaitan away, your intention will be reckoned according to the original. And this is a view of Imam Ahmad and some of the other scholars.
Yes.
They said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write for you the full reward. Yeah. Another scholar said, the hadith literally says, وَإِنَّمَا لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ مَّا نَوَى. And for everybody, he will receive the reward of what he intended. So if you intend good, you will be rewarded for the good intention that you retained for your work.
Yes.
If you change it, you will not be rewarded. So in both cases, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward as long as you drive away all those whisperings. And you renew and revive your good intention all the time by remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and purifying your deed and perfecting your deed.
But if this intention changes and I was unable to retain the good intention back, what is the case?
This is a case, it's not a case. This is a problem, because here the shaitan could dominate the heart of a believer. In this case, if you are doing an act and you are expecting the praise and thanks of the others, this is riyā, this is showing off.
No, I originally intended this act for Allah, but then Satan whispers to me and makes me change this intention.
There is no other way.
Yeah.
It's only one way. That's why the scholar said, sometimes if I do something and the shaitan whispers and says, you will be seen by the others. So there is a doubt of having showing off. The scholar says, وَتَرْكُ الْعَمَلِ مَخَافَةَ الرِّيَاءِ رِيَاء.
Yes.
So if you leave an act out of fear of showing off that you will be seen by the others, it is a showing off by itself.
Yeah.
So you have only one way, which is correcting yourself. And going ahead and don't listen to the others. Like for example, somebody is praying. So he's going to make his prayer in concentration, prolonging the prayer, making khushu' and khudu' and making sujood with contemplation and presence of mind. And then he noticed that the people are looking at him. So he is trying to do it more. In this case, he shouldn't quit. But he needs to continue, but removing all those passing thoughts and all those insinuations of the shaitan. And he has to work. That's why it needs patience, needs working hard on your intention and in your heart also.
And also, Sheikh, asking Allah help.
And seeking Allah's help.
Allah.
That's why, subhanAllah, when you are making salah, all the prayer, you pronounce actually Al-Fatiha.
Yes.
إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدْ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. Because you cannot dedicate yourself. You cannot worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without the due isti'ana. The due seeking refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the whisperings of the shaitan. This is the only way to save yourself. And the shaitan, that's why even when you are in the prayer and you are having insinuations of the shaitan, it is recommended, according to the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, that you seek Allah's isti'adha, you seek Allah's refuge from the shaitan, and you go ahead in your prayer. And you will be double rewarded, because there is an endeavor that you have during your prayer.
Especially prayer, Sheikh, that Prophet ﷺ said, there is a certain shaitan to prayer. While he hearing the call for prayer, he fled from the place and he ran away. And then he returned after finishing the call for the prayer to make people make mistakes in their prayer. And
exactly. That's why the Prophet ﷺ called him a thief. Because he steals the most precious thing, which is concentration from the prayer. This is a reason that, subhanAllah, the people think that, inshallah, sincerity is easy. But at the same time, shirk, which is associating others with Allah, is something which is delicate and intricate, something which is we cannot see. That's why the Prophet ﷺ recommended Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, and he said, "Ash-shirku fiikum," meaning that shirk, or having double intention for Allah and for others, associating others with Allah in the intention, is akhfa min dabib an-naml. It's so delicate than the invisible creeping of the ants. So Abu Bakr asked the Prophet ﷺ, and the Prophet ﷺ told him, I will tell you how to drive that away from you. The Prophet ﷺ says, you seek Allah's refuge by saying, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika an ushrika bika shay'an a'lamu wa astaghfiruka lima a'lam. I seek your refuge that I associate others with you in the deed, and I seek your forgiveness from things that I do not know.
So it's totally from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Exactly. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to purify our intention and to provide us with sincerity. We thank our guests. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to provide us with mercy and tranquility. وَصَلِّ اللَّهُمَّ عَلَى سَيِّدِنَا مُحَمَّدٍ وَعَلَى آلِهِ وَصَحْبِهِ وَسَلَّمَ.
The confusion, the chaos and the pain, a man emerged and Muhammad was his name, and walking with nothing but Allah as his aid, and the mark of a prophet between his shoulder blades. In a cave in Mount Hira the revelation came. Read, O Muhammad, read in Allah's name. May the blessings of Allah be on Al-Mustafa. None besides him could have been Al-Mujtaba. Muhammad, peace be upon his soul.